guys, it's me again. This is the front of my house. You're probably thinking, where is she? I just wanted to do a video on my jade plant. Now, I love these plants. Oh, by the way, it's got damage from hailstone. So these were perfect before, but we had a lot of hailstone and it damaged the leaves. But it doesn't matter because it always bounces back, my jade. I wanted to do a video on this. It's one of my favourite succulents. I've had this for many years. My dad gave it to me. And it's so hardy. It can take so much rain. It can take overwatering. It can take heat, because we have heat waves over here. It can take the sun. It is indestructible. For me anyway, it is. I've put it through so much. Now this plant was actually bigger. It was twice the size, but my dog got at it one day when I went home, and when I came back it was in pieces, and I was so upset because I've had this for so many years, and I was like, you know, I was just so upset because it was so big and beautiful. But thank God it's got big again. And what I did is I planted them, you know, the bits that broke off, big bits. You know, I just stuck them everywhere, wherever I could. I was like, you know, and there was another, obviously there was loads of it, and I was like, oh my God. Now, I did not stop to let them callus over. And a lot of people will say online, you've got to let it dry, you've got to let it callus over for 3 days and then plant it so it don't root rot. I'll be honest with you, my experience, I didn't let it callus over. It broke off, I was upset, and I thought, I just panicked and I stuck it in the soil and it rooted up. It always roots up. I never let my jade callus over. I just break it off, stick it in dirt, and it roots up. Now I want to show you my other parts of this plant that my dog tore apart, because there's a story to that. Is the other parts of it. Now, you might notice this isn't, you know, certain parts, these are all new. These are all new leaves. They literally grew, they started to grow last month. Now, I stuck these in dirt without letting it callus over, and I put this pot in a shady area. And then we had lots of rain, and I noticed my plant went yellow. The leaves on it went like that, all of it, and it had been like that for months and months, maybe even a year. And yeah, I think it was about a year, and I was like, it's not growing, it's going yellow. So I touched the leaves and they were soft, and I thought, why hasn't it, you know, why isn't it growing like the ones in the front of the house, which I showed you? I stuck them in a pot, and when I touched the soil, it was soaking wet. So I pulled it out, and when I pulled it out, there was no roots. And I was in shock. The reason I was in shock is because it had lasted in the pot with no roots for a year or so, but it hadn't rooted up. So I changed the soil, put dry soil. I brought it from the shaded spot to the back of my garden, which is sunny, and I didn't water it for a month, and I just left it, and suddenly it just sprouted. It dropped the yellow leaves, and then it started just growing these, you know, green leaves everywhere, and it come to life. And that's what I love about this jade plant. You can put it through hell and it will always come back. Always. I mean, you can't leaf propagate, forget that, you can't do that, there's no point. But you can break this off anywhere you want, stick it in the dirt, and it will grow. Just don't stick it in wet dirt and leave it in the shade, because it won't root. If you want to just directly root it up, stick it in, put it in the sun, and it will root up. Now, this is another jade. It's a different type, it's not the same as this, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked it up, but they all say the same thing, jade plant. You know, it's got other names, I'll put that in my video for you guys. But I love jade plant, so it was a different type. It's a bit thinner leaf, it's not a thick leaf one. And then I've got this one, which is a curly leaf type one. And yeah, I love it. And then I've got this little one here, which is an elephant's, it's something elephant, I'll put it in the video, but I think it's like a jade plant as well. I think it is the same family. And yeah, so I just love these jade plants because their propagation is so easy on them. You know, alright, you can't leaf propagate, but I could just break this off, pot it up with no rooting powder or nothing, and I give it away. And I've given away a lot to my friends of this plant. And yeah, recently I bought, and I did a video the other day of this. This is also from the same family, you know, and they are all the same thing. You can just break them off and replant. So I'm looking forward to this getting nice and big. But yeah, so yeah guys, just a quick video on my jade plant. Bye.